Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 18th. Virgo, you have this ongoing theme, and maybe this came up in your January 2016 readings, if I'm not mistaken, of needing to be a little bit more flexible and things. I actually think this week will be probably a little bit more stable. You have the Four of Diamonds, which represents structure and stability and being stable and being able to plan things out, which Virgo loves, of course. But this is a good card. This can represent raises at work, new jobs. If you don't have a job, it represents more money coming into the house. I actually think, and I'll say it again, I think this is like an ongoing theme for Virgo that keeps coming up constantly, is that, you're looking for more stability actually in your lives, more money, better jobs, maybe not even necessarily more money, but just something that's better for you, more suited towards you and what you truly want to do. So a lot of you could be experiencing that week, which is great. What I'm trying to say is you could be experiencing this kind of stability and new position type deal this week, which would be nice. And next, you have the Two of Spades. Two of Spades I normally read as a breakup card, but however, what I'm gathering from the card and the message that I'm getting right now is that you're actually trying to it's more of like a balancing for you, which I think has been, again, a long-term message for Virgo, if I'm not mistaken, that it's almost like you're trying to balance something out. It could be a relationship. You could be trying to balance your own relationships in life out. You could be doing that. Virgo, I will say, I think Virgo in love is usually pretty much rather stable for the most part, so it's usually not that big of a deal. But this card, it can represent definitely some power struggles at work and things, dealing with people who are higher up, and we deal with these people who are above us, managers and things like that, and a lot of the time, the managers shouldn't really be the managers. They're not really that great at what they do. So a lot of you could be dealing with that this week, where you got a manager or boss, whatever the case may be, and they're not that great, and you're kind of trying to balance some things out here. This is a card of leadership as well. So a lot of you might have to assume some responsibilities here this week in work. Very work heavy week, or just maybe even in life in general, and you're dealing with this person. And you have the King of Clubs next, which can be could be a boss or a manager that you're dealing with, somebody who's difficult. This represents a male fire sign, but again, it could be a female. I don't attach sex to my card, so it could be male or female, but usually a boss that you're dealing with who's difficult, who doesn't see things the way that you do, and all of that. So you could be dealing with that. But the more important message for me on the King of Clubs that you are getting, and actually that's coming in right now, is the fact that a lot of you, I think, are looking at your lives, and the King of Clubs, I always say, he doesn't look at his kingdom, and he's not looking to necessarily grow his kingdom. He's looking at how can he get more out of it? How can he improve his kingdom and grow that way by improving what he already has. So a lot of you could be looking at areas of your life and be okay, I don't necessarily want to grow. We always want to grow, but you could be I don't necessarily want to move or do this or that, and I don't necessarily want to leave this job, but how can I improve it? And a lot of you might be looking at that this week. It could even be in a relationship. You could be I don't want to leave this person, but how can I improve what we already have? How can I make it bigger and better, and use my resources? The King of Clubs is very resourceful as well. So a lot of you could be going through that this week. Next, you have the Ace of Hearts, card of renewal. A couple other signs have had this week. I shuffle like crazy in between readings, so it's always very interesting to me when a card repeats itself like this, because it's just it doesn't happen that often. But this is a card of renewal, rebirth, and maybe there's something in the astrology this week that's all about rebirth and things. I don't know, but this can represent rebirth, kind of renewal, can definitely represent love coming in, but really it can also represent obstacles going away, being able to move forward in places you haven't been able to move forward. And maybe that's why that King of Clubs is coming up, and I got that work kind of vibe from that Two of Spades, because maybe you're finally seeing how you can improve your work situation so that you can get away from that person, or get into a different area. But next you have the Eight of Hearts, which is like a gift. So this might be a gift to a lot of you, being able to move away or move up or gain a leadership position or something. Or this can also just be a gift from somebody, earning a gift or earning more money, a promotion, things along those lines. So very good card. It can also represent love, and it really also represents what you put into love. So the more you put in, the more you're going to get. So just know that under this card as well. But all in all, looks like a great week. I think, definitely a lot going on, but I think you're going to enjoy it. So thank you for watching.